guys, thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Stephanie Boulay and this is my YouTube channel. On today's episode, the title is God is a DJ. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, what in the world does that mean? What is she talking about? Well, I have to tell you, I am convinced that God is in control of my radio. Ever since I allowed him in, just to take over, especially when I'm worshiping. I put on worship music, whether it's on Pandora, on Spotify, on Amazon. Holy Spirit, you take over, you pick the songs because you know what my heart needs most. And I have to tell you, the songs that he chooses are incredible. Sometimes there's songs that I've never even heard of before, and these are stations that I listen to all the time. I'm like, wow, God, you have control of my radio. You play what I need to hear. Several years ago, I was driving in my car and I told the Lord, I'm so sick of the music that was on the radio. So I asked the Holy Spirit, just kind of, fun. Holy Spirit, if you could make a playlist, but it has to be like modern day times. It can't be, worship music. It can't be classical music from the 1600s. No, it has to be music from today. What would be on your playlist? His presence filled my car. It was the coolest thing. And I thought, wow, I just felt like he was so pleased with that question because that's just friendship. Right? When you want to get to know a friend, you like, hey, what movies do you like? What music do you listen to? What's your favorite food? And I just felt like God, the Holy Spirit was like, this is cool that you're asking me this, right? So over the course of the years, he's been showing me what's on his playlist. Like I'll be driving and then I'll be listening to a song and then all of a sudden I just feel his presence. I'm like, this is on your playlist? So I've been writing them down over the years. But just to give you an example, it's really quite beautiful because all of his songs are love songs to me. So like, for example, one is John Legend. All of me loves all of you, loves your curves, your edges, your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me. I'll give my all to you. I'm like, oh my gosh, Lord, that's so beautiful. Thank you, And so when it comes under the car, I'm like, this is our song, Oh my gosh. Like, you really love me. Like, God really cares about those little details. We don't think that he does. We think, well, he's concerned about world peace and everything that's going on. But he loves me so much to stop, pause, and make sure that I get to hear a song that I love to hear. I just love that about God. There are other ways too. So he's used it to rebuke me. He's used it to tell me about what he wants for me to do in the future. Target prayer points. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And I know that the reason why he uses music is because music is so special to me. And he can use anything of your interest to speak to you. Whether you're an artist and you paint, if you just invite the Holy Spirit into that space, Holy Spirit, speak to me as I'm painting. Holy Spirit, speak to me while I'm purchasing, the products that I need. Just invite him in and you'll be amazed at how he'll use what you know to speak to you. To give you an example of just music for me, it's actually really funny. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then. We started going to a new church, my husband and I, and my Madeline was probably like a year and a half, 2 years old. We'd only be going for a couple of months. And then my husband kept getting sick on Sundays. He would get these crazy migraines. And I remember being really frustrated. Like, man, God, like I'm going to this new church. It looks like I'm a single mother. Can't you just push through? So I'm driving and I have to get gas. So I go and I get gas and I'm standing out there and I'm pumping gas. And then this song plays all by myself. I'm like, okay, that's not funny, because that's how I was feeling. Like, I'm going to church, like, all by myself. So, and then I felt the Holy Spirit say, lighten up. Okay, you're not a single mom. Your husband's not feeling well. You do have a family member who brings her children faithfully on Sundays, every single Sunday, and her husband does not go. That is not your situation. Lighten up. It's like, whew. Gotta love those Holy Spirit slaps, because then it just repositions you and you're like, wow, God, like, you're right. You're right. Okay, I'm sorry, Lord, forgive me. Thank you for my husband. Thank you for his faithfulness. So that's the way that the Lord speaks to me is through music. So again, God is my DJ. He is my own personal DJ. And I just encourage you to welcome Holy Spirit in to whatever space that you're in, whatever it is that you're doing. He wants to speak to you in so many ways that's relatable to you because he loves you and he wants to have friendship and communion with you. So I hope that this encouraged you. If you liked anything or if anything stood out to you, make sure to comment below. Or if you start asking God to change your playlist, your worship playlist, and he speaks to you, write it in the comments below because I would love to hear it. Thank you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Have a great day. 7 seconds.